Hello YouTube, this is Reality 500. I was watching this So in Black video earlier and it kind of brought back some bad memories. And the reason why I brought back some bad memories is because, I was also a victim of the law being used, wrongly being used against me, I should say. Okay, I met this lady at this job. And at the time, I was like 20, about to turn 21, and I was saving my money to buy a car, because where I live, if you're a man without a car, you don't get the same respect as a man that has a car. Okay, so I bought this car, and at the same time I bought the car, I met this lady. And we were cool, and I would, at the time she seemed cool. I would take her out during breaks and whatnot at the job. Then after the job, I would take her home. And at this job, we would get off at 12 and at midnight. Okay, so I found myself hanging out with her after work. And next thing you know, I was hanging out a little bit longer. Then next thing I know, I was hanging out outside of work, and I was basically seeing her, I'll say about 3-4 days out of the week. And then I found myself living there, as far as like spending a night there. And then after, waking up in the morning, hanging out, going out, and then getting ready for work in the afternoon. But I still have my own spot. But at this point, we were dating. We were pretty close, right? So then things went left. She started acting strange. She started doing stuff, and so I broke off the relationship. But she was pretty close to my friends. They liked her. She was entertaining. She was like the life of the party. So I would go over to my friend's house, and she would be there. And so I would take, one of my friends in particular to the side and like, why is she here? And he's like, well, I'm cool with her, and just because y'all are not together don't mean that I can't hang out with her. So I was like, well, he has a point. But if you're going to hang out with her, then, maybe I shouldn't hang out with you. He's like, don't be like that. But, I couldn't help it, because at the time, like, I can't stand this girl, and you gonna hang out with her, then maybe I shouldn't hang out with you, right? So she would still call my house, and sometimes I'd answer the phone, and she would taunt me. She would talk about, yeah, I got all your friends. Do you have any friends that I'm not cool with? And I'm like, okay, you think you have all my friends, but the ones that you know about, yeah, I guess they're cool with you, but I got other friends, right? So then, maybe, I don't know, I'd say about 2 months passed, or a month and a half passed, and she called, and she was like, we should stop fighting, I miss you, and I like to be with you. And I'm thinking, okay, should I even go there? Because, the first time it messed up, it wasn't by my doing, it was by your doing. So should I allow you to mess me over again? But what she didn't realize is that I already had another girl at the time. So I wasn't really thinking about her. And I was like, well, you could be my friend. That's what I was thinking. You could be my friend, but we'll never be in a relationship that you want me to be in with you ever again, right? So she finds out that I have another girlfriend. So she calls my home, and my girl answers the phone. Next thing I know, they had a full-blown argument, and I had to snatch the phone from her. And I had to tell her, girl, I was like, I don't want to be with you. I don't never want to be with you. Quit calling my house. So then she'd have like her relatives call, like the Pookies and the T-Bones, the Nuck-Nucks, the thug relatives, the gangsters. They be like, watch your back, we know where you live. And I'm like, really? Okay, where I live? Don't worry about that. We'll get the information, dog. So I'm like, okay. Well, whenever you ready, come on. Because I got something for you if you think you're going to come over here and do something. But it was all wolf tickets, okay? So then my friend calls like 2 weeks later and was like, man, I got to tell you something. I'm like, what you got to tell me? So then he was like, well, your ex, man, she called the police on you, filed a report. And I'm like, for what? I didn't do nothing. And he was like, I was on the phone three-way and she had said that what I did is kick the door down, punched her in the eye, and then I threw a brick in the window. Now, how stupid is that sound? What man kicks a door down, punches a girl in the eye, then walks outside to the side of the house and throws a brick in the side window? I don't know any men to do this, okay? But they filled the report, and then to top it off, her mom lies on me for her. And I'm like, this is the same woman that was like, come to my church, young man, you need to be saved and this and that, but you gonna turn around and lie on me? Well, what kind of example is that? What kind of godly example is that? Okay, but you know, I let it go, and it was summertime, and I'm having fun with my new girlfriend, and then I picked her up from her mom's house, okay, and we was about to go. Where was we about to go? I think I was taking her out to eat or something, but then the cops came behind me and pulled me over, and then they're like, we have a warrant here for your arrest. And I went to jail. Then I was trying to explain to the police that it wasn't my fault, and they believed me. It was like, you know, we have these cases coming all the time. We believe you, but there's nothing we can do because it's the law. And all she has to do to get you arrested, or any woman in my state, that wants to get a man arrested, all they have to do is say that he did something to her, and the cops will arrest you, no questions asked. So I went to court, and the judge is like, you have some options here. You can either stay here and serve out the sentence, or you can get out on bail. And they set my bail to $20,000. And I had no relatives that was willing to bail me out. I wanted to fight it, but I had no money for a lawyer. And public defenders, they don't help you. You know, they work for the courts. They work for the prosecutors, okay? So I had to plead out, or I chose to plead out, no contest. And they let me out in a week's time. Now this was on my record, but it's not something that affects me now, okay? But you know, what bothers me is the fact that someone can lie and actually try to ruin your life just because they're mad at you. And then I have a brother that had actually a case worse than mine, where I had to give him some money to help him fight his crazy baby mama. And you know, we had a lawyer, and you know, he got his kids. He has full custody of his kids. And because of my experience, I was willing to fight for my brother, or help him fight, because his baby mama crazy. And that's off of my subject, but it's kind of the same. It's kind of similar to what I went through. But I'm gonna leave it at that. I think that, like our brother Soul says, the laws are changing, and it's unfortunate that it didn't happen when this incident happened to me, but I'm glad they're changing, because these bad women are making the good women look bad, okay? Because for a while I was kind of leery of just going out there and starting over, okay? But I didn't let it stop me. But every woman that I met, I'm like, are you that crazy chick that's gonna get mad at me and have me thrown in jail? But then I had to realize that they're not all the same. But I think that because things are changing, these fake ones, these bad ones, gonna have to get in line, or or they're gonna have to suffer the consequence. So this is Reality 500, and I'm out.